because she plans on being a sinner tonight. Doing what she does best because she knows tomorrow she can choose to forget. Forget about the many premeditated ejaculations that bitch slapped her across the face, yet never hesitating to take the dollar bills off the dresser top stained with the disdain of girls from yesterday's past. But I love her anyway. And although she will soon sit before me, battered and bruised, I will still reach out, place her hand on my heart and remind her that she can always come home. Kissing her wounds ever so gently before taking refuge inside the bosom of her insecurities, because I'm secretly trying to see if she still has a heartbeat, because her smile is so cold and her eyes are glazed over, the color reminiscent to marijuana smoke gray, and she's broken. Knowing nothing of the worth she was birthed with, so she allows for some glutton with a grin who coerced her with a shot of gin in as expected. She invited him in, and he came. Over and over again, sadly knowing nothing about any kind of religion because she mistakes menage a trois for the Trinity, calling on Jesus to go harder, not realizing that the man's name is pronounced Jesus. But I still have faith in her, because underneath the many layers of smoke, her eyes bear the beauties of Eden. So that's what I call her when I'm praying for her at night. But she seems to have found paradise in a place where heaven doesn't seem so close, in a place where when the rain bangs its fist against her window pane, she silently sits in her own, scraping the shame from underneath her fingernails. But tonight, I'm going to bring her a meal fit for a queen, run her a bath so heavenly she'd be able to soak the grief away. I'll kiss her on her forehead and say, Mama, I love you. She'll shed a tear, and I'll slowly walk away, but only so the words just uttered to her can marinate in her tainted heart, because no matter how many times I tell her she's beautiful, that word would never nestle against her skin when she gazes into the mirror. And although I love her unconditionally, I can still remember the way her pussy unleashed its bigotry upon me, the way the loneliness coagulated a siphon amidst ciphers, for within the relentless pull of gravity from my metaphoric phrases I can still feel the pain, conforming to the duality of her existence while living in a land of subsistence as her belligerence scorched the sky. Lies that bred the fields of abomination. But shit, this is my mama, so I gotta love her anyway. I, the full-grown subtotal of the transaction that occurred in the center of her being, just an absence in her presence, a blood-stained ripple in the river of her regret. I became her innocence, and in spite of the ignorance, I allowed my mother to hide her scars of sin from all of her friends. I became that scream in the back corner crack of her closet where the I love yous were replaced by a man coming inside of her only to come inside of her. But I guess it's hard for a minister to administer a blessing upon you when he's constantly providing the funds to have his baby scraped out of you. But as long as she continues to pump breath through her body, I will have hope for her. And no matter the amount of concentrated stares, I'll continue to wipe those blood-spotted cheeks. And it's just such a tragic waste, because no one will ever get to see the smile that once lived underneath the mounds of stress strategically addressed upon her face. But who knew that the want for death could occur at such a slow pace?